something that does actually feel transformative. That the first thing that has to happen is that the artists have to be transformed by the process. And so I really started thinking a lot about process and making process the thing that really defines who we are and the work that we do. I started thinking about what that process could be for a show like Crescent City.
You may have seen that Crescent City is called hyperopera. And I've produced several of these at Cal Arts with students. We're exploring what it means to be mega collaborative. In this opera, Crescent City, I think what it means to go into a kind of fourth dimension. And in fact, hyper doesn't mean all anxious in this case, but it means multi-dimensional. And to me, that is a tremendous opportunity.
And there are 6 chief locations of this particular opera. The junk heap, the cemetery, the dive bar, the hospital, the good man's shack, and the swamp. And I immediately started thinking to Anne, if these are the 6 chief locations, let's put them all out in one big space. And let's have the audience surrounded by this particular city, and have that happen everywhere.
This approach encompasses so much, including the sound move through the space.
The next step for me then was thinking about visual artists. And the last opera that I did here in LA was with visual artists as set designers. And I thought to myself, there is a great deal of excitement and energy when we can work with visual artists that are coming to opera brand new. And again, really transforming the process because they're new to the process. So I started thinking about making it a collaboration with a group of artists. Rather than just one visual artist, what happened if we made it 6 visual artists that each took those locations from the opera in a way that felt like it was an extension of their practice?
Opera has kind of become a natural extension of my process of poetry. In a lot of my work, there's a strategy of using riots of different voices and characters clattering together. A threat of violence always hovers over the work. And there's also a sort of a clashing between the mythical and us we humans. So these different aspects are things that I get to use a lot in Crescent City.
So what we're doing is developing something brand new altogether. So it's not something that we've received this thing from on high, from the composer, who gave us this holy score, and then we're going to develop it in whatever way we'd like. Instead, as she continues writing the piece, she's listening to what these visual artists are doing, and it's changing her ideas of the piece. The lighting, the costumes, all of these things are being created in a way that I think will be very organic and extraordinary.
I don't know about you, but my heart's beating faster.